Hi, everybody. I wanted to go tonight over the requirements for your portfolio. It can be a little confusing. There are some ins and outs that I wanted to go over with you, and so that you're ready when you need to turn in your portfolio on June 7th. So basically, the portfolio needs two parts. You need to have at least 15 pages of supporting papers that you have written over your the course of your studies at UMass Boston. They have to come from UMass Boston. And to do so, you'll also need to contact your professors. So basically, you'll want to find these certification forms on this webpage. This is if you just go to the Writing Proficiency Office part of the UMB website, and then portfolio requirements right here. I usually just Google UMB WPE portfolio, and this comes up as one of the first pages. So basically, you're going to go to this site and find the certification forms, which are right here. They're forms where you will put in your paper title, the name of your professor, and your own name. Then you will bring these certification forms to your professor if you can find them at school. So that means you'll want to email them right away so they don't go on vacation right after they're done teaching and you can't get a hold of them. You can also use an email from the professor, but that's a little shakier. You can do that with me if you'd like. I'll just need you to write an email to me to say that you need a certification email from me, and then I'll be able to do that. So get certification forms and get a hold of your professors as soon as you can to find papers or to use papers that will meet these requirements. So there are a few requirements. First, you will need to have each paper from a different course unless you're using papers from your intermediate seminars and or your CRW 282, which is this class, of course. So each one has to be typed and had to have been graded at UMass Boston. You don't need the actual paper that was graded, like with the professor's writing or comments, but you do need the same draft that you showed your professor and that professor graded you. At least one has to come from a 200 level course. 282 obviously is one of those. 200 level or higher, so you can use a 300 or 400 level course, but you can use 282 as one of those courses as well. So all of them have to analyze another work. So you have to bring out ideas and talk about what those ideas are saying. Only one can be an analysis of just one work, and the rest need to be at least two works that you're kind of making talk to each other. A lot of your classes will have that, from your intermediate seminar to CRW to even English 101. So try to use those analytical papers that bring works into connection with one another. Okay, so like I said, each paper has to come from a different course unless you're talking about intermediate seminars or CRW 282. Let me know if you're going to use two papers from the same class, just so we can make sure to get permission from the Writing Proficiency Office. The papers have to total at least 15 full pages, right? So again, full pages mean completely full with writing. If you write one line on the next page, that doesn't count as a full page. Okay? All the obvious stuff, double spaced, 1-inch margins, 12-point type or so. But since each paper has to be at every paper, but one has to be over 3 pages, and one has to be at least 5 pages. So that means you have a possibility of like one 3-page paper, one 5-page paper, and then two 4-page papers or something like that. That adds up to 16. But most people just use 3 5-page papers because that's a normal word count for a paper. So think about 3 5-page papers if you can find them. Make sure that you contact your professor, like I said, and contact them soon, and that each one has a certification form or a printed out email that your professor can send to you, though that's a little more in depth, and the professor needs to know what exactly to write. So let me know if you need to do that. Then finally, you need your 5-page paper that's new and that hopefully you've already registered for. But if you haven't, the registration page stems from this page, or you can go through the email that I sent you last night and register for your portfolio, and then they'll send it to you by PDF, and it should have a password on it that you'll want to take from the email and put into the PDF. Okay, so next week I will talk to you about what's in the portfolio. I haven't read it myself, and we might look at some of the things you might want to do when you write your new 5-page essay. Okay, so make sure that you're working on our essays. You need full drafts at least by Friday, because we need turnaround time to make sure you can revise it before the end of the semester. Okay, so let me know if you're having any problems with any of that, or if anything's unclear, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right.